Riverside is an after-school entrepreneurship program for young people. So we're teaching young people how to work together, how to collaborate, and also social entrepreneurship. So how can they identify issues in the community and think about thoughtful business ways to address them? The other part of Riverside is an economic development program. So we're a worker-owned coffee house, and our long-term goal is to generate wealth for the community.
We're gonna have like muffins, cookies, ice cream, coffee, etc. We have 2 workers getting ice cream. We have somebody at the cash register getting the orders. It doesn't matter who or what you are, you're welcome here.
This building has so much history. As you might be able to tell right now, the most recent iteration of it was a bank building. Currently, it's owned by New Horizons Church, and they've been incredibly kind to partner with us and allowing us to use this space and imagine it and transform it for a community hub.
Elas asked me to come in and design the mural that the students would be painting. From there, we had a couple of meetings where everyone told me what they wanted included. Based off of that, I would do illustrations, and it's like, okay, here's what I have. You know, what feedback do you have? What should I include? What should I take out? What did I forget? And then we repeated that process until we came to a point where it's like, okay, I think we've gotten everything that we need for it. And after that, you know, it was a matter of getting the paint on the wall.
The central question that we wanted to address is how can we get people to work together in a way that's democratic and feels good. So as we got the grant from the Community Foundation, we spent a lot of time building relationships with our students and making sure that they understood the virtues of teamwork and collaboration.
When people drive by, like over here on the street, they be like, oh, what's going on? What y'all doing? Like, we'll explain them, like, oh, we opened a coffee shop. And like one lady, she was like, oh, it brought me like so much joy seeing this. It's making me feel like good about like what we're doing. And it made me feel like we actually gonna like change the community.
Last week, the students were able to make coffee and ice cream for the first time, which, you know, if you told me that a year ago, I'd be like, I don't know, man. I hope we get to that point, but I don't know if we'll be able to. And now we're actually doing it, so I feel really excited.
The coffee is so good. Like, we sat there. First, the lady like taught us about it. We made drip coffee first, and then we made, I think, coffee Olay. It's coffee and milk, and like it was just so good. And we had like the pumps of caramel and vanilla that we pumped in there. I don't know. I just think everybody should like come out. Cause it's like it's coffee and ice cream. Like it's gonna be so good.
For nonprofits that are just beginning, raising money is really, really difficult. You know, funders reasonably, I think, want to see a large body of work. They want to see that your interventions are proven, that you have reports written and deliverables and growth from previous programs. And when you've just started and you don't have any money, it's really hard to get to a point where you can demonstrate that. That initial trust, that belief is crucial. That lets groups like Riverside start doing things. It lets us buy food so we can host these community meetings. It lets us pay a local artist so we can get a mural on the side of our building. It lets us show our commitment and that we care and that we're dedicated to this work.
Riverside, it's a good program. I feel like it inspired me to do a lot of things, and it makes me happy, and I'm glad about that.
I think Jackson is just full of so much beauty and potential. This place is often talked about as a site of abandonment, but the moment, you know, color comes back to the walls, everyone's reinvigorated and excited about the potentialities that South Jackson has. And I think there's no better indicator of that than the energy and spirits of young people. And I hope to prove that. That's the ultimate project here, that in a low-income community that a lot of people have written off, you can do beautiful things, you can create nice things, and have an engine that pours back into the community.